anybody that knows Ryan and talks to me always tells me what a nice young man he is and how polite and that he's going to be going somewhere.
Tammy Smaha, Ryan's mother.
I'll say, that kid's going somewhere, and I agree. He's always known from day one that he wanted to go to the University of Iowa, pretty much since he's been 9 years old. So I feel like from that age on, he's set his sights on everything, and anything he's ever wanted, he's got.
Jeff Smaha, Ryan's dad.
Quite frankly, there's days that his father wishes he was as mature and has achieved some of the successes he has, because not only has he accomplished a lot, he surrounds himself with a lot of very good people, which I know challenges him every day, and we're really proud of that.
Bill Smaha, Ryan's grandfather.
I tell you, he has far exceeded any expectation that I could have ever imagined. He has just been a phenomenal grandson, and in every walk of life. I mean, he's just excelled in everything.
Alex Restrepo, Ryan's co-worker.
I think Ryan Smaha is a fantastic person who likes to say he's a terrible person, but is really lying, and he knows it.
Alyssa Bobinet, Ryan's co-worker.
Ryan doesn't really show what a teddy bear he is. Like, if you really sit down and talk to him, he's just the nicest guy, and he has, the kindest heart, and he has a lot of good in him.
Alex Yelmas, Ryan's friend.
He's a great guy, really sharp. That's the one thing about Ryan, I think, that you meet him, and he's really nice, and he's really well-spoken, but he's very sharp. And most people, I don't think, it's not that they think he's not smart, it's just he's unassuming. You meet him and he's wicked smart, really.
Brett Carlin, Ryan's friend.
It's always nice to see Ryan on the street because no matter what he's doing, he'll always just come over to you, shake your hand, ask you how you're doing. He's just a really nice guy like that. So a lot of people will just sort of duck out of the way on the street and sort of try to avoid your gaze because they have somewhere to be. And Ryan is usually almost running late, but he still stops to say hi, which I really like. I really respect that about him.
Jimmy Hicks, Ryan's friend.
Recently, I just ran into him a couple weeks ago, actually, coming out of class. And Ryan is just standing on a street corner outside of Papa John as I walk out of class. And I walk right past him, and he just goes, "Jimmy." And I turn around, and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "How are you?" And just kind of stood on a street corner for 25 minutes talking to him and talking about soccer was a big one, obviously, and just kind of graduating, stuff like that. That's kind of an epitome of Ryan, just this guy that you're willing to talk to, and he's willing to hang out, and he's willing to talk to you about anything.
Claire Nagel, Ryan's friend.
His apartment, along with his roommate, has become kind of a hangout for everyone. We're there all the time, and it's kind of come and go as you please. And the other day, I was walking down the street with my boyfriend, who's also friends with Ryan, and we were just walking down the street, headed to their apartment. Ryan pulls over his car, sticks a key out the window without no words exchanged, and just says, "No one's home, but you can let yourselves in," because he is aware that we're going to go to his apartment, and he's totally cool with that. So that's one of my favorite things about Ryan, is that he's super chill and fun to be around.
Trevor Knuth, Ryan's friend.
Basically, the guy I talk sports to the most with, since none of my friends are really not into sports and physics, but yeah, I talk a lot about football and basketball.
Jake Kopnick, Ryan's friend.
I really enjoy Ryan's sports talk. We actually went back and forth when I had a blog last fall over college football, and we would predict the scores of Big Ten games, and he slow played me the entire season, where I was ahead all year until the last week when he called 2 games perfectly to win, and I was really mad at him, and he was trying not to be smug about it, but he wasn't doing a very good job of that.
Joe Rachel, Ryan's co-worker.
He likes that pretend sports soccer that no one actually knows is important or cares about, and he actually does, and it kind of makes me laugh that he's so involved in something that's so sad.
Tyler Smaha, Ryan's brother.
He had one of those little hoops that you hung from your door in his bedroom. So probably for about 3-4 years we played that. And I remember he would always be Iowa, and I would always be Illinois, and we would always somehow end up in the national championship game. And I don't remember exactly what the scenario was, but we somehow got into a heated argument over it, and he ended up punching me in the face because of it.
Quite frankly, his early passion was the Barney show. So it wasn't always sports, but once he could stand
Donna Smaha, Ryan's grandmother.
We were babysitting him one time over a weekend, and the whole weekend, I don't remember how old he was then, maybe 7 or 8, and all he talked about was sports. And it was like, I got so bored listening to him talking about sports all the time, and when Jack, his dad, came to pick him up, and he said, all that kid talks about is sports, giving me all these statistics and stuff, and I could care less.
So we're like, no, that's all he talks about. He's obsessed with them. So on the drive back to Des Moines, he was just in the back seat. Dad, who's your favorite team? Just sports. And finally I said, Ryan, okay, enough sports. Let's talk about something else. Like, I don't know, like bugs. You like bugs, Ryan? He says, yeah, Dad, I like bugs. Remember in Space Jam when Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan were playing basketball?
Gary Dolphin, voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Appreciate you and Chris the couple times that we've done stories together. You interviewed me, and I think it was absolutely wonderful events whenever we would cross paths.
Cindy Shue, Ryan's friend.
My favorite memory of Ryan is I've always characterized Ryan as a 3-year-old. So my favorite memory is freshman year when I would be studying in my dorm and he would just come in, wouldn't say anything, come in and he would steal my cookies and my juice boxes. That's my favorite story. He literally acts like a 5-year-old, just comes and sits in my room and will eat cookies and juice boxes, won't say anything. When he's done, he just leaves. It's like that story all over again. The thing is, if you give Ryan a cookie, Ryan won't leave. Until the cookies are gone.
You should be aware, if you ever meet him and want to take him out for a meal, that you need to take him somewhere that serves either spaghetti or pizza. Because those are his 2 approved meals.
Maddie Hemsoff, Ryan's friend.
So we always made fun of him for mostly eating just cheeseburgers and pizza pretty much every day. Sometimes some vanilla ice cream thrown in there.
Alex Cortez, Ryan's high school prom date.
I only call him Ryan because I remember texting him one time and I was like, what do you like being called? And he's like, well, people call me Smaha or Smasha, but I hate Smasha, so you can just call me Ryan. And I was like, okay.
Smaha, Smasha, Ginger. What else do we call Ryan?
So we have Smoney, which is $MONEY.
So in high school, I guess we always called Ryan Smaha was one thing. And so I think eventually it developed into Smasha. So then that kind of developed into Smasha Fierce, and he's kind of hated me ever since.
And a lot of times I do always, kiddingly, but I do always call him my number 1 son. Now, he would probably like to think that's because I like him the best. But that's really because he was my first son.
Abby Dockham, Ryan's friend.
Well, there's Smaha, but he's grown up from that now.
Liz Mills, Ryan's friend.
I always call him Sasha. That's the only way I refer to him. You said Ryan, I'm like, who's that? I don't, doesn't translate.
Everyone's been calling him Smoney.
Mary Ellen Dockham, Ryan's family friend.
They always referred to him as Smaha. It didn't matter if it was emails or their discussions, so I finally stopped at them and asked if the Smaha actually had a first name.
I just want to say, buddy, I talked to him, hey, buddy, how you doing today?
Jacob Yelmas, Ryan's roommate.
Maybe sometimes idiot, nicknames like that.
The big one that I always called him when I was younger is Rhino. Rye, YY. Obviously everything was red. I call him Fireboy. Recently I've been starting to call him Rex. I don't know why, it just fits for some reason.
As a little guy, I called him, some other names, but I'll protect him on that. Probably names that only a dad and a son should know.
Katie Clay, Ryan's friend.
The only thing I've ever heard him called is Smaha. Like, to be perfectly frank, I didn't even know that his name is Ryan until probably a year into our friendship.
All right, Ryan, congrats on graduating and being a real boy with real money-paying job things coming up. Most of us don't have that, so we all hate you for that.
Carrie Leahy, Hawk America listener.
As he prepares to graduate, I wish Ryan the best of luck and welcome him to Wells Fargo from Sam. They'll be coworkers. And congratulations on graduating.
Joe McGuire, Ryan's coworker.
sometimes you can tell qualities in a person right when you see him, and right when I saw him, I was like, he's a Wells Fargo man.
I know that you're going to do fantastic and terrific things at Wells Fargo as you start your career.
I mean, you've always been very dedicated, very motivated to what you're doing, so definitely congratulations on graduation itself, but also on, getting a position at Wells Fargo.
William Mattos, Ryan's roommate.
Congrats, Ryan. 4 years, University of Iowa. You did well. Pretty impressive. I'm sure you're going to be very successful in your career, and I wish you the best of luck.
Congrats, Ryan. You're going to do awesome at Wells Fargo and in Des Moines, and if I'm in the area, I'll definitely come visit you and ask for money. Just kidding about the money, kind of. Probably not. But you're going to do an awesome job, and I'm really excited to keep in touch and see where you go in life.
Lindsay Curiel, Ryan's friend.
You've been a good friend since high school, and I know you've worked hard to get where you are. Wells Fargo is lucky to have you working there, and I'm glad you'll be staying around so we can still get lunch sometimes.
Max Brecky, Ryan's friend.
Hey, Ryan, good luck in the future. I know that you're working at Wells Fargo, and I hope that you do not forget the little people. Just do not forget us. Good luck. I wish you the best of luck in everything that you ever wish to do, because I know that you're going to succeed.
We'll definitely miss you on Hawk America, but I'm looking forward to the Ryan Smaha Memorial Radio Hour.
Amy Jerzak, Hawk America listener.
Your voice soothes me like no other on Wednesdays. It makes me feel like a better person because of that.
Aaron Wilson, Ryan's roommate.
Congrats, Ryan, on graduating. Just make sure you come back so we can grab a beer sometime.
I would like to say congrats, Ryan. I'm excited that you're going to still be in the Des Moines area so I can still bug you and go watch basketball games with you. And I know you're going to do amazing in wherever life takes you. Fly high, my friend. Soar like an eagle.
I'm just so proud of what you've done at Iowa and who you are and how supportive you are of everyone that you know. You really are one of the best people and best friends a person can have.
Alex Wallace, Ryan's friend.
Thank you for being my friend, and I hope we still continue to be friends as you go on and keep growing within your field and your profession.
Ryan, you are one of my best friends. You're going to be great. Congratulations on everything.
Congratulations, Ryan. I'm very happy for you and all of your accomplishments. I know that you will go on to do great things, and I'm excited to cheer you on as you do all that. And during your 2 weeks of summer this year, we have to celebrate.
Greg Dockham, Ryan's family friend.
I have two favorite gingers at the University of Iowa. One is one of the leading scorers, leading rebounders, one of the leading basketball players in the history of Iowa basketball. And the other one, Darren White.
We'll expect to see you at Jack and at Government Arena, so again, congratulations.
Smoney, congrats. Make millions.
I've always looked up to you for a lot of the things. You've been a role model to me, and I'm sure you'll continue to do that as you start to get a job and focus on different things in your life.
Well, Ryan, your grandmother and I, we love you very much, and we could not be prouder than we are today. You have far exceeded anything that we ever thought our grandchildren could do. And if I could have picked what I wanted you to do, you would have exceeded that. I mean, you have went far above everything I ever thought any of my children or grandchildren could ever do. And to this day, I'm just so proud, and proud that you're my grandson. Ryan, I couldn't be more proud of you. You make me proud every day. I love you like a son. And listen, I know you're going to accomplish a lot and live a very fulfilling life.
Well, that would be to tell my son that he has made me a very happy mother. He's been a wonderful son to raise, and he's becoming a wonderful young man.
Congratulations, Ryan Smaha, from all of us.